Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. You guys probably remember the video I recently made where I reviewed and compared Doug Graham's grain damage and compared that with Dr. McDougall's Starch Solution, and also compared that with my own personal experience as far as how foods have affected me. And you may remember I came to the conclusion that I found no compelling reason that I should abandon starch and grain eating, partially because in Starch Solution, Dr. McDougall cites a lot of scientific research, a lot of studies, which refute a lot of Dr. Graham's claims about how allegedly dangerous grains are. And when you make a big claim like we should abandon all grain eating, that's a huge claim. And all huge claims, as my mentor Carl Sagan has said, all big claims, you need some big evidence to back that up. And I just didn't find that in Doug Graham's book, in Grain Damage. And as a result of that, some hardcore fruitarian followers of his have been quite upset. Not all have, but a few vocal ones have been writing me, kind of offended that I have questioned his authority instead of just accepting everything he says. And I think that's dangerous. I mean, you guys know we're all about critical thinking here on Happy Healthy Vegan. And it's not like I abandoned everything I learned from Doug Graham. I'm telling you, I don't know where I would be without 80-10-10. And it still affects how I look at food and nutrition on a daily basis here. So it's not like everything Doug Graham says is wrong and everything that Dr. McDougall says is right. Far from it. And Ben's long message to me, I'm going to skip to his second line there. It says, I'm reading the Starch Solution right now, and McDougall says plenty of bogus, non-scientific things like you can't satiate yourself on fruit. And yeah, just like how Doug Graham is in Grain Damage, McDougall doesn't offer a footnote for that claim about being able to satiate yourself on fruit because there's no studies on it. I'm sure if someone ran a study and gave someone enough of any fruit, you could get full. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about, to separate opinion, and that is just Dr. McDougall's opinion, from reality, from truth, from scientific fact. In fact, a lot of things I disagree with McDougall about. He rightly concludes, just as Graham, that we should be eating a high carbohydrate diet, eating tons of plants. And I think Doug Graham is right, and we should be eating tons of fruits and vegetables. Way more than what McDougall thinks. He believes we should, he doesn't think we can eat that much fruit. He doesn't think it's realistic that we would want to or could get full from all that fruit. But we know that's not the case, you know. So it's not like everything one doctor says is right and that makes the other doctor wrong. It's all about figuring out what truths can we find from either person. So Ben signs off here saying, not a suggestion you change what you're doing. You kind of are, right? But it is my opinion that these videos help no one beyond their entertainment factor. Well, I've got to disagree there. Just go look in the comments of the Starch Solution versus Grain Damage video that I made. And there are dozens of people expressing their gratitude for the clarity and critical thinking that I brought to this issue. If what you believe in is true, if it really is solid, it shouldn't collapse under a little light, a little critical thinking being shined upon it. So don't be afraid to have people think through your beliefs. If you're afraid of that and try to shut people down and change what they're doing, they're expressing their opposing points of view. That's like what a cult does, right? They try to shut people down, and you don't want to be like that. So you gotta have people like me, accept people like me doing what I'm doing, thinking through issues critically. You might not like what I'm doing. You might not like the conclusions I'm coming to. But hey, that's just how it works, man. That's life. So post your comments and criticisms and questions down below. Is it wrong for me to be examining and questioning our vegan and raw food leaders, or should I just accept their word as it is because they are our leaders? So yeah, let me know. And if you haven't already and you want to see more critical thinking, hit like up there to show that you like these critical thinking episodes, and also subscribe to us here at Happy Healthy Vegan. So Until next time, guys, remember to keep it rational, baby. Keep it rational.
It's a sleight of hand, conjurer's trick. Put the smoke and it's gone. Don't you get caught?